name of the company Jutex. We also have another parallel this thing called Laminex. These two, both the companies are into manufacturing polypropylene woven bags, which are used for packing of various commodities like fertilizer, cement, sugar, food grains, etc.
For how many years your industry is there in Sakwari IDC?
Sakwal IDC, in fact, we are one of the very, very old people when the industry just started, industrial estate started. In fact, this allotment was given to us in the year 1974, and actual production started in 1979. So we are already about 45 years old here. Initially, when we started, it was jute bag. That time, these polypropylene bags were not there in the country. So for packing everywhere, the jute bags used to be used. We started as an ancillary to this Zuari Agrochemicals, who manufactures the Jai Kisan brand fertilizers, and that is how we started. And the initial this thing was of jute bags. So jute bags down the line somewhere in 2000s vanished. So when we realized that in 19 somewhere in 80s, late 80s, we shifted to this product called polypropylene woven bags, which just entered India at that time. Yeah. Growth, we have been growing steadily. It's not that we have not grown, but I think location being in Goa, it is a little difficult to grow to the size of the national level, because if there's a market in Goa, it is well and good. Otherwise, the location itself creates a problem, because a product takes, the transportation costs involved to send to larger states and all. It doesn't make it really viable to be in Goa and supply throughout India. That is what, especially our product, which has got weight criteria on that.
What are the problems your industry faces?
My industry faces problems like all industries in the industrial estate. Nothing new. Usually is the power outages and no information when they are going to shut down. The problem with my industry as particular is we are a continuous product industry. Means the production is continuous. So moment the power goes on, my whole production stops. And to restart that production again, I have to lose material and time, and stabilize the production. It takes some more time. So it's only loss to us. And sometimes we get power breakages like could be even 10 times a day without any information suddenly, and it's sometimes it is just for a few seconds. But then everything is lost, because our production only stops immediately, because it's a continuous process. Actually, it should go on. So they should actually tell us whenever they are going to shut the plant. That sort of a following is not here. So in this industrial estate, we are facing. I'm sure all the industries also must be facing the same problem. I'm sure power with Tamna line comes, power will availability will be good, but here the major issue is nothing to do with power supply. It is the distribution which is very poor. See, the old lines which are there, we are still carrying those wires which are going through trees and this, and even during monsoon and all, a little bit of some palm tree, some leaf falls down, the entire thing gets disturbed and the power is cut off. In fact, now I think something good is happening in the Sankwad Industrial Estate. They have already laid the entire underground cabling has been done. Yes. But and we are hoping with that definitely there should be quite a reduction in this, especially during monsoons, which we face in this industrial estate.
What are the other problems? Is there any
garbage? Problems are again water related. If you see water, they don't have any control of water. Sometimes Saturday suddenly we find there is no water coming in. They say, what can we do? But PWD is not sent. Such way. And this last 45 years I have been listening to only this. No changes have happened in this. Even now, if we say, especially now with summer coming on, this will be a major problem. We are forced to buy from tankers here and there, rush water everywhere, because water has been a problem throughout in this industrial estate. Despite this being one of the oldest industrial estate in the state of Goa. Another big problem we are facing in especially the industries which are lying here is the number of bars which have come all around. This industrial estate is surrounded by too many bars. which is leading to a lot of problems because when we work in shifts, we find very often most of the people who go out for dinner comes back drunk during the. It's very common, and we just can't do anything about it because it is not even 10 meters. You will see, you just walk down, you will see entire line is of there are 10 bars around here. So that is another peculiar problem of this industrial estate.
There are street lights here.
Street lights are there, but again not maintained well because there is again a confusion who should maintain. If you talk to department, electricity department says it is IDC's responsibility. IDC says we are supposed to provide the thing, but the responsibility also in this game we are the losers at the end. You should make a visit in the evening to see yourself how the lights are there.
Any other push problems, sir? Garbage, anything?
No, garbage and our association is that we are quite active under Mr. Shashi and all that, and they are doing a good job. Like we have now, I think they have developed some contractors who can come and pick up this. But yes, the local bodies are doing nothing except collecting the house tax. No services are offered to the industry in this industrial estate by any panchayat or anything. Nothing, means zero.
Any labor issue?
Labor issue has not there. I think that phase we have passed through. We did go through in the 80s and all when the labor unions and all were very active. We have gone through all that part. But right now it is survival of the fittest. Even the workers know if the industry can't run, it's going to close. No more those days of pampering is going on. See, regarding the facility to control fire in this industry, I'm telling you, this industrial estate is one of the only industrial estate, or maybe just one out of all the industry, where entire GIDC had made provisions for entire pipelines all around the industrial estate for connecting to water pipeline for absolutely for controlling fire. But somehow it has just remained on paper, and we can see all the pipes. If you move around, you will see there, but there is neither connected to any water reservoir or something, and it's very difficult. And the structure of the industrial estate, see, this industries were created earlier where ready-made sheds were given to everybody. So the positioning of the sheds, if you see, within there's hardly any gap between two sheds, which is 2 meters or maybe 5 meters, 10 meters gaps. But by any rules of today fire safety, you require enough area for fire brigades to move in. That sort of a thing is not available here. And individual companies are finding it very difficult because a lot of financial implications are there. If you have to put a special tank for that, which is nearly 50,000 liters of tank you have to put in. Then there's a pump involved, which is the entire cost comes to the range of something like 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs for each unit. So I think our GSI has already been following up with government of Goa, to make some arrangement, because in Maharashtra, this all small industries are exempted from this particular. But GIDC should provide a pipeline connected to some water reservoir, so that individuals we can spend on getting that connection from my gate to my factory would be our responsibility. Here the pipeline was laid, but nothing has happened. So that could be the fastest solution, and somebody has to make sure that the water is going to be available, because we are finding that water availability in the industrial estates is very poor, especially in Sakwa industrial estate. So when there is no water, even if you put the entire system and there is no water, there also doesn't help. Fortunately, because of Zuari Agro and all, they have a lot of fire tenders. So availability of the fire tenders and all are good in this industrial estate. And it can rush also from Verna.